Hi there, Taurus. Taurus. We said it with a big old smile too. Okay, Aries, we're here for you, Aries. I promise it's for you. I promise this time Taurus is not going to muster up the courage to stand and step over. I'm hearing your honest remarks. I'm hearing at the parade. I'm hearing of pride. I don't know, that is up to you to announce. I don't know what the statement for. I'm hearing that. Woo, okay, let's calm down now. I'm hearing in this, somebody's like freaking heated. They're like, no, you don't get it. I'm hearing he thinks he's first of all, that he's here right now. I'm hearing it in this way. And I'm hearing that he's Hugh Hefner. What in the world? I'm hearing someone, okay, someone shows up at, let's just, okay, Aries, I'm seeing somebody is like, first of all, they're really tired of a certain cycle. No, let's just be honest. Okay, they're like, no, and I'm not gonna act like that was literally okay. Like, that behavior, I'm hearing in this way, like that whole announcement as well that he gave, I'm hearing on his social media, I'm hearing is so front page, but like for the wrong, I'm hearing type font that he used in it. I'm hearing that, like, let's clear it. Oh, okay, let's get the cards out as well. Like, okay, I'm saying somebody like, this could even be an Aries who wants like advice from someone. They're like going up to somebody. They're like, no, can you please like tell me like which middle name is well to use for him? Like as I'm addressing this, like, to Sherlock Holmes, like which one do we also like lead out with first? Somebody, I'm hearing, I hate to say it, but I'm hearing racist. Maybe someone, this is for a number of you, something that a company projected, even like in a public way on a screen. It's like so outside of like, I'm hearing even the melting on the ice cream cone, like this is dripping like awkward and horrible. I'm hearing as well in terms of, I'm hearing even the audition, I don't know, maybe something was like really kind of offensive even to a number of people. Like something was just like, no. I'm hearing, I'm hearing our company will not be representing that cloud. Interesting. I'm seeing that with the Sun and Wands Upright, the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, Aries, this is your Mars and Gemini reading. Mars and Gemini will be for quite a bit of time. We'll have it up until about April 23rd. And, you know, there's just something that is like, I'm hearing also just like over, like this is something that someone presented. And I'm seeing Aries, like you're looking at whoever this is, whatever they present. And you're just like, ew. I'm hearing that as well. Like, well, hold on, wait. Before you put that, put a period at the end of it. Yeah, thank you. You are the best. I'm hearing, I love you. I'm hearing Main Street. I don't know. Somebody is like a producer or publisher. I'm hearing that. Hermit and the Death card. I'm hearing Elvira, Elisa. I'm hearing that. Hermit and the Death card. Maybe someone got called out on something. I just caught sight of the Father Wands. Like, someone maybe even exposed their own behavior in a certain way. It's like, oh, yeah, he basically just, like, Father Pentacles, like, he just pulled down his pants on stage. He thought he was backstage. No, he was definitely facing the front-facing camera, and, like, we saw all of his fair skin. I'm hearing tighty-whitey undies. I'm hearing, and the middleman in between. I don't know why he's making fun of us. Okay, there's something ironic. Let's clear it. Someone, how do I describe this? Somebody just kind of made fun of somebody, and then they like turn around. They were on the front stage. They turn around, and it could be a metaphor. They turn around, they go backstage, and like they think that the camera is like turned off or something. Maybe they make a little comment, like a little remark. It's like super fucking rude. It's like uh-oh. I'm hearing and uh-oh. Fuck it, is that Sherlock Holmes? She can hear me. Oh no. It's like, even like somebody thought the voicemail was like done and it like was still recording. I was like, yeah. And then they realized, like, I'm hearing in late July / last November that the line was still on. I don't know what, and beeping. I don't know what that, maybe someone left someone hanging. I don't know, but it could be, it's a metaphor for every big time. It's like something was unresolved. Like the envelope was like, seal me. And like this person was like ignoring the letter. Now let's clear it. Justice in reverse, hanging, just hanging out. Okay, so even a company that was maybe even taking advantage of something here, blah, 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 was like, oh, we don't need to get back to him yet. Like, he's soft on the inside but hard on the outside. He'll make it through the whole entire show. Now let's clear it and ground. Aries. Now what I'm seeing for no reason, somebody like turn around. They're like on the front of the stage. They turn around. They're like, we don't need to wear the shirt backstage. Like, fuck it. I'm hearing in this way. I don't know. So they are like, now they go backstage and like they are like burping. They're like burping. Okay, Ten of Swords. This is something legal for a number of you. Like, someone did not think that maybe even a group of people were watching, that they were listening. This is someone, like, all of their messages even being recorded. Ten of Swords at the base of the Hermit, the Death card. I surely hope not, but there might be a little bit of, like, someone was, like, recording something. Maybe it's, like, a paparazzi thing, even with the Hermit and the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords. Like, someone did not know at all that, like, it's like, this is like horrible stuff, like Death card and the Hermit, like they were in the bathroom. I don't know. Let's clear it. Eight of Pentacles. Maybe this is though something that was taped or filmed. Like there's definitely like I'm hearing warehouse. Let's clear it. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and like I'm hearing performance. Let's clear it. Oh gosh. Now for a number of you, someone like when they find out like whatever this is, even again, like a company, like a CEO, he's like presenting something on stage, and then he goes backstage, he unbuttons his pants, like what? And he's like backstage. I'm hearing Wonder Boy, Wonder Bread. I'm hearing wonder what they're up to. He like makes a comment. I'm hearing Spider-Man. I'm hearing Spider-Man hose. I don't know what those would do. Anyways, he's like backstage, and he's like even yelling something backstage. Maybe he's like super rude and aggressive even. I'm hearing that. Okay, hopefully not, but hey, like someone is recording this. Three of Swords in reverse. Hermit. There's something that's being recorded, you guys, and it's like, yeah, this is his whole entire like vacation in quotes. Let's clear it. Somebody else takes this content and they're posting it somewhere. Three of Pentacles, possibly for a number of you. Two of Pentacles. Yep. They leave it outside of like some company. I'm hearing their doors. Like Two of Pentacles. It's maybe anonymous. They're filming possibly. I don't know. Take it as you will. But again, this could be a metaphor. It's like this could be someone with themselves. They go outside of like some building, right? And it's like they start talking as if they're just like they're not. Maybe they're even a little drunk. I'll say that. Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. No, again, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is referring to. Daughter Cups in reverse. The Emperor. It's like they start like unbuttoning their story. I'm hearing that. Maybe this is someone who kind of is like revealing their character here with the Two of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. Like, yeah, here's the man that I really am to you and her and me. What? Okay, maybe somebody's a little bit irritated even, maybe with the Seven of Wands in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing, let's welcome the Munchkins to Munchkin Land. No, this is somebody who has a whole entire little facade thing with a yeah. Father Cups in reverse, Tower Upright, High Priest in reverse. Somebody else is like, I'm done. No, I'm done with this. I'm done with him hula hooping in the middle of the hallway. Like, he needs to get his pants on. I'm hearing that as well. I'm Leo, you guys. Did I just say Leo? The Father of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Like, this could be someone in a certain stage of their life. Like, I need to like get over this whole like London accent thing as well, like attraction that I have for this guy. Like, Father of Wands and the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card. Like, can we like slash his tires already and like have him like go home alone at least one night? I don't know what that's alluding to. Somebody, how do we say this? Well, we're gonna pull more cards. We'll see exactly what this is referring to, Aries, but it's just, this is something where like someone is seeing someone's like real nature and character, and they're like, yeah, I'm hearing this person's like singing songs on the radio. They're like, take me home, like, can you carry me home? And they're singing like some romantic song with this like soft accent. I'm hearing Native American. I don't know what that's alluding to. It's like, I'm hearing rubber. Someone's talking to somebody about their tires. They're like, yeah, it's soft rubber. Maybe they're like flirting with someone. I don't know what kind of flirting that is. But anyways, the Son of Wands in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It could be a metaphor. It's like someone else watching in on this space. They're like, that's like absolutely like, no, we need a redo on that. Okay. That's irresponsible. I'm hearing that as well. The Father Wands upright. Like, someone wants to just redo everything here with the Father Wands. Like, no, but let's get back to it. So someone else is sort of like, how do we say this? They see someone's nature like backstage. I'm hearing Buffalo so strongly here. It's like, I literally saw him, I'm hearing on Sunday, he was acting like he was like a buzzer, and like no one had a problem hitting him. Hitting him down, hitting on, I don't know. It's like he's not anywhere to even be found. I'm hearing that, but he's like over there. I'm hearing marry me. Like, this is somebody is maybe observing someone's behavior in another context, or how do we say this? someone sees someone's true nature. It's like they saw them backstage. Now, someone's getting frustrated because there's a little bit of an incongruent, okay, ovulation period here with the Father Wands upright, Judgment upright. Somebody's like, I'm pregnant, right there. Empress in reverse, talking about fertility. And the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's going to be a pregnancy sort of energy card. It's like, and mirroring the Daughter of Cups, it's like, that's not what you told her. And like, we see it. I'm hearing mirror, mirror on the wall. I don't know what that's going to do today. Going to do well? Somebody's like, yeah, no, we got to like peel the layers back. Okay, honey? I'm hearing... Okay, honey, come over here. I'm hearing a Hunbun. I'm hearing that with the Sun Wands. No, there's a lot of commotion here. Somebody's like, no, like, don't break her messages down. Like, someone else doesn't want someone to interpret something here. It could be someone's publishing company. They're like, don't worry about all of what the narration speaks of. It's even like, I'm hearing this by like a Disney movie. Like, I'm just hearing this. Like, there's something that is like beneath the message. And it is a little, maybe like, it could be, it's kind of inappropriate as one may feel it. And remember, I'm just the channel here. I'm just channeling what's coming through. This is not my personal opinion. I'm not interpreting the messages myself, right? So this is also, you know, you have to question, what are you doing here in this reading? What's coming through? Like judgment for you specifically. What's coming through here for you in particular, and not you. And, you know, someone maybe who you haven't like really, I don't know, Six of Cups in the Judge. Somebody's like, maybe they want to keep something in the middle of the aisle. It's like, no, shit is not what we sell here. I mean, that is, we gotta clean this up. Like, we cannot have people waiting around in the middle of the aisle. Like, this is someone, maybe it's even a company. They realize we don't want to give this impression off that we are okay also waiting on this. Now, how do we say this? There's a bunch of baloney here, though, like a bunch. There's like a bunch of baloney lingering in the air around. I'm hearing also these two people, like, and someone, maybe this is a third person, Aries. Maybe you are coming in and you're recognizing something also for what it is. You're like, I gotta call this out. Okay. I'm hearing Shrek. I need you to come. I'm hearing fetch me that bone. Interesting. Three of Wands in reverse right there. If someone is talking to somebody, this is networking. This is a company talking to another company. They're like calling up certain managers. I'm hearing in this way. Father, they're like, we have to address this like once and for all. Okay. What is her fair skin have to do with that? I don't know what that's alluding to. This is for number, I'm just hearing a Disney movie. Oh my, I don't know. Take it as you will. There's something like too dramatic. I'm hearing that with the Hierophant coming right there. Itching my nose right there. There are assets involved, history. It's like, oh, feeling the pressure on the heart chakra. There's like a group of people. They're like, but this is our history. This is our land. And this is how it went down. It's like, no, that's not how it went down with the Chariot and the Hierophant. This is like something legal. I'm seeing, oh, it's very interesting. I'm seeing on the floor, it looks like a body of water, like a swamp or like some kind of water that's been sitting. Yeah, it's like, this isn't a group of people. What do you want here? You don't have anything to do with this land. You don't want this land. It's like, there's another group of people. They're like, no, this is our land. This is like something historical. This is very important to us with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups. Like, you're not going to be like standing on our land. I'm here. I don't know. Take it as you will. It's not me talking, but like, it's like, how do we say this? It's like someone who doesn't want to sell something. They're like, you don't want this, trust me. It's like, we know what this is. This is our land. I'm hearing that with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. And it's like, there's something that comes through right there. It's actually proven. It's like, I'm seeing a group of people. They're standing in a body of land. I'm hearing a body of land. Okay, with the Fool and the Six of Swords. It's like something here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. And it's like, there's a group of people and they can be on an astral plane of sorts. It's like, we have history here. I'm hearing that with the Fool and the Six of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And it's like, there's another group of people. I'm hearing body of legislature, actually, if we're going to say it in that way. They're standing on the land. I'm hearing in between this group of people and the land. And it's like that, you cannot separate that. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, it's like, there must be a misunderstanding. This is not your homeland. I'm hearing that. What? Like, no. I'm hearing that. Like, a group of people, they're like, you're not gonna go there with this. No, we're not gonna let that happen to you. I'm hearing that as well. Interesting. Well, this is gonna be different for everyone, but maybe someone's like, listen, don't dig up that grave. I'm hearing this way. Don't talk karma. I'm hearing where karma has no lifetime left to be lived out. Wow. Like, don't do this to innocent people, because that's a heavy karmic load with the Fool and then the Sun. It's like, I'm seeing someone wants to open a tomb or like take advantage of something here, but it's like people who have like, I'm hearing glass for eyes and they are somewhat voiceless. I don't know, in concern. It's like, they think like, oh, these people will never figure it out. Let's clear it. It's like, that's the ultimate, like, well, that you're calling for it, right? If you're doing something if you're taking advantage of body of people who have so-called no voice to respond to a certain era, I'm hearing, of invention that doesn't serve them actually, okay, and actually ends up hurting them. I'm hearing that as well. And this could be nature, take it to Mother Nature. That's a whole lesson in and of itself. And I'm seeing maybe someone's coming through, they're like, it could be a spirit guide. It's like, absolutely, with the Fool. It's like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. I'm hearing that with the Fool and the Sun and the Strength card and the Two of Cups. Now, maybe someone is even like, they are maybe a channeler. They come through from another perspective and they say, hey, I see where that would lead if you were to move down that aisle. I'm hearing also in that way. And it's like, I'm just giving you my neutral advice here. I'm hearing that with the Fool, my non-verbal advice. I'm hearing that this could absolutely be a spirit guide. It's like, itching my nose right there on the left side. Okay, I'm hearing that's not gonna be where you want to lead things. I'm hearing the bridge to happiness. I'm hearing Palo Santo. That's a type of stick. Okay, let's clear it. Ace of Pentacles is something financial related to resources. And okay, now anyways, now someone is coming through. Like, I'm hearing, really? I don't think. I'm hearing letter D here with the Strength in reverse. Listen, I really don't think that is the day you want to also carry that out on. So it's something maybe controversial. Maybe someone else is like, whatever it is, somebody wants to make a statement. It's like they do want to do something on a very particular date or something. It's like, no, like, don't. There's something with pride. It's a country. It's related to a country. Pride related to a country. I'm seeing that with the Magician Upright. And someone else is coming through, like, don't, like, present that on that day. That's gonna make people think. I'm hearing as well. It's like controversial. I'm hearing that with the Magician. Now, maybe this is even like someone just, they post something, they're not thinking, like, it's something, again, related to a particular date, and it ends up kind of being a little bit, I'm hearing of a hairy situation shortly thereafter with the Son of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Now, for a number of you, somebody kind of offends maybe even a whole entire country. I don't know, take it as you will. It's like something like related to a population of people. It's like right after one major event, like another event comes through, and it's like they put, how do we say this? It's just inappropriate, as someone feels it with the Magician. It's just like totally like, it's just inappropriate. It's like something comes through on a massive global scale, and that is something that is still, I'm hearing, untired. I'm seeing people are watching something on like television. They got like eyes that are tired and weary. It could be a metaphor, but and then it's like now there's another group of people coming through like right after. It's like people are still listening to like the end of that song, and like you just kind of like cut them off. Like they're still like kind of like teary and weeping from like, there's still the emotions are still raw. I'm hearing this with the Magician, and it could be a historical thing with the Magician and the Hierophant. It's like, you're not just gonna, this could be a group of people who want to come through and like so-called modernize a certain area of land, you know, take it as you will. It's like, and there's something here that's just very sentimental, very much sentimental with the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, okay, now Aries, let's get back into it. With the Strength in reverse, there's something that someone just doesn't even think about. It may be like a lapse in judgment as someone else sees it. It's like, and they realize that after. I'm hearing Larry King Live. I'm hearing that so strongly. It's like, you really think that you should don't talk on that subject. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe it's some kind of like subject like that is a little touchy. It's even like something someone wants to sell. It's like a platform. I'm hearing that with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords. But like whatever this is that someone's thinking of like carrying out, it has the potential to come off as like really, I'm hearing like fucking rude or controversial or triggering for a lot of people. Like maybe someone's even getting married. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it is a controversial inherently marriage, or maybe even there's a birth here. Someone is, what is what? Let's pull the cards here for you, Aries. Let's really extrapolate this. I'm hearing someone doesn't want to create drama. Somebody else is like, I have to let this like happen the way that it happened. Like, and someone else is like, you don't need to literally go to the lengths of creating like a whole entire warehouse. I'm hearing of sculptures that match their face. Like somebody wants to like quote unquote like get back at someone even. It's like, you don't need to do that. Maybe someone's questioning. They're like, should I also go in a public way about this? Should I like, you know, protect my own assets? I'm hearing that as well. Maybe it's even like a policy that somebody wants to pass, and I don't know. It's like it has a few things that it speaks strongly against. Even like to have that, then we would need to do that, and it's like it's kind of, again, like inherently controversial. Let's pull the cards here for Aries. We'll pull the 3rd of March. That's when this cycle began. We have the Tower Upright. You know what? Actually, let's pull here. Well, yeah, let's do it. The 3rd of March. I'm hearing Amy Winehouse. I'm not sure. Seven of Wands in reverse could be a metaphor. High Priestess coming through on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Someone's like, something is revving. They're like, this is ridiculous. I'm hearing US at the end of that word. Is it spelled like that? Ridiculous. Yeah, I think it is. So, but I'm hearing US, a hybrid. Somebody's like, how do I say this? Aries, someone's pretending to be confused, to act confused and lost. I'm lost. Oops. I think I meant to be walking. I think I should be walking down that aisle. Yeah, sorry, I meant to be walking down that aisle. Like, someone even is in a grocery store. I'm seeing an aisle. Someone's like, what's up, man? Are you, like, needing more markers? This is the marker aisle. It's like, no, I'm moving along. Just was moving through this aisle just briefly. I didn't mean to. It's like someone else calling this out, okay? I'm hearing boy with the big brows. I'm hearing backpack front facing. I don't know what that's only to. It could be a metaphor, devil leading you out. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I'm hearing how many do you want? 7? Someone's like ordering something. Father of Swords. I'm hearing Sims. They're like, what do you like to play? This is someone who maybe is introducing themselves to someone, or maybe someone feels something is fishy. Remember that Mercury is also, it's still in post-shadow retrograde period until about tomorrow. So it's kind of like Mercury retrograde. Sometimes it can even be more intense, more powerful, more strongly felt. Tower, High Priestess, Devil. These are major arcanas that are weaving this week through. We will start with the Tower on the 3rd of March. You start Mars at the zenith degree of Gemini with a Tower. You have the High Priestess, you have the Devil. Someone's nose is very sharp here. They're like, I can tell when someone is not telling the truth. Okay, I'm hearing that's not his name. Someone wrote their name or something somewhere. I was like, let's clear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Justice in reverse. There we go. Another major arcana. You literally have every other day here this week is a major arcana. So someone's catching on to something. They're like, no, he's literally also acting rude on purpose. Okay, this is not like, I kind of have like a red nose and my name is kind of like Rudolph. Oh, fine. Yeah, right. The red-nosed reindeer. Yeah, exactly. They try to like kind of get away with like less details than Mary. I'm hearing Mary had gathered initially. It's like they're seeing, can they get away with this? It's like, can you sit down? I'm hearing subwoofers on the desk, please. Like someone's like setting their technology on a table. It could be a metaphor. Subwoofers. That's a type of no, someone's they're even messing up with someone's like halo. I'm hearing that. Like I'm hearing it's possibly on an astral plane. They're kind of trying to mess with someone's head even. Okay, let's clear it. I'm gonna mess up her eyesight. Just watch. Look at this. They like throw a proverbial tomato at someone's like front window. I'm hearing door. Maybe they're teasing this person. It's not funny. Lovers in reverse. Like this is actually becoming heavier and heavier as a contract. Okay, a karmic communication that I'm hearing that needs to be now sent in an envelope. It was honestly probably going to be resolved. Issue my nose right there. There could be assets involved as well. Someone's thinking of getting legal with this, possibly. But someone is like, okay, they were just gonna resolve this in text. Okay, I'm seeing a mirror here. Now it's like now we need a whole entire financial union to handle the discussion as well. Let's clear it. I'm hearing whiteout. Do you have any whiteout? I just gotta white it out. It was a mistake. It's like, no, that wasn't a mistake. You purposely, maybe someone's acting like, it's just like a personality feature thing. It's like, no, you made the decision to move in that way. No, I don't know if this is going to do for everybody. I'm seeing a metallic, like, pink color here. Let's clear it around. You know, this is a general reading. How many people are watching this? This is not, you know, something that I can speak to in detail for absolutely everyone. Let's clear the energy down the right side of the throat chakra. But I'm feeling this crazy itch on the right side of my nose. Let's clear it. Father wands in reverse. Someone maybe even is famous. Ooh, my gosh. Itching my nose right there again. It's like they kind of have like a face that they present on cam, and it's like, but off camera, they're like a totally different type of like animal, okay? Like beast, like they have a history here. Let's clear it. Someone wants to call this out. Yep. And it's going to be presented in a public way, possibly for a number with the Tempest card leading you out. This is a cultural thing, possibly even. Maybe someone just doesn't treat a number of people right. It could be a company. It's like exploiting them. I'm hearing exploiting workers. I'm hearing the letter W. I'm hearing whack. He whapped me with the paper. Like someone rolled a piece of paper up and they like they hit someone, but it was like kind of a joke, but it was like a professional thing. It's like, that is not on the clock, okay? I'm hearing that, let's clear. I'm hearing, and it's definitely not what I am here for. I'm hearing paper money, paper trail. I'm hearing money trail. Let's clear it. So look, temperance leading you out. This is something that will be presented. Feelings of pressure, the heart chakra, in the root chakra, in the sacral. Let's clear it and ground. Someone's like, you don't need to make a big deal out of it. Like well, this is what someone's saying. They're like, it's just like a joke. It's like, it's not a joke, okay? Like, this is someone who's standing against someone's claims here a little bit. Like, maybe they do something that is inappropriate. Let's get a children's spirit in walnut. They do something that's just inappropriate, and like someone else is kind of coming through being like, hey, it's just like whatever you say it is. Like someone maybe says, it's a joke, right? This person's coming through saying, whatever, it's not okay for me, okay? It's not a joke to me. Cougar in reverse, you can do it in reverse. Yeah, it's actually like, it's not exciting. I'm hearing that whatever it is, it doesn't make this person feel like comfortable. I'll say that as well. Rabbit in reverse, ask for help in reverse. It could be something in the public environment. It's like, don't do that in front of like everyone. I'm hearing lore. There's something about the public side and the private side, possibly. It's like, you know, the front of the stage and the back of the stage kind of thing, with the cougar in reverse and the rabbit in reverse. Ask for help in reverse. You can do it in reverse. Let's clear it. There's something that someone feels like, I have to come out and like marry her on the spot. What the hell? Let's continue. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21th, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. We lost track. Okay. Well, I don't know where we're at here with this. Okay, no, someone's trying to throw somebody off. Okay. This is for a number of you, something financial. For another number of you, this is something physical. It's like, every time like I piss you off, then I'm gonna do something that makes you like forget about it a little bit, okay? Then I'm gonna smack you on the butt, but then I'm gonna like rub it and be like, here, it's all better. It's like, let's clear that. No. But I don't know what's going on here, Aries, but like, you possibly find that there's something that you feel you need to like kind of grab hold of and make really clear. And for a number of you, this is maybe something that like someone else finds attractive, or not even. This is something that someone is realizing, like maybe they realize, okay, they realize that this is not, there's no place for this. It's not appropriate, okay? It's just not. Like, this is even like a business setting, and like there's some behavior that a number of people were like, I don't do that, okay? I'm seeing for me, this is something with actors on set. I'm hearing limoncello. It's a type of Italian icy drink thing. Limoncello, no, that's a digestive. Italian digestive, yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's clear it. Someone's like a photographer even. And like, he kind of I don't know. There's somebody who was just kind of like, they give themselves a liberty to like kind of do whatever they want. Like, they grab at people and like they push them in certain directions. I don't know, maybe they're just kind of like aggressive, but like this is how they maybe say it, but someone else is like, under no circumstance should that be appropriate. What I'm reminded of is even like backstage at like, you know, catwalks, right? It's like, I don't know, there's something like kind of overwhelming even. I'm hearing that with the Hermit and the 8 of Wands and the Magician. Like, it's just a very competitive environment, and like it's just kind of rude as well. I'm just gonna keep hearing it this way, okay? And like, someone else is not gonna tolerate that, okay? They're really gonna want to come forward. They're gonna want to come forward and literally give Willy Wonka, I'm here also, all his stuff back, because the waitress and the waiter are both sitting there wondering why he hasn't walked out to meet her at the car yet. I'm hearing deuces. Somebody like puts a peace sign up. I don't know. Let's clear it. I'm hearing, bitch, don't call me back. I don't know. Let's clear that. I don't know. Let's clear it. Clear. Somebody's like, what do I do? Like, he literally left me this last little message, and like, he's such a dirt path with no bike on it. Like, he didn't even like give me the opportunity to like respond. Ew. They like, someone just automatically like responded for someone, maybe even someone, if that's the case, somebody's gonna take this on in a legal way. They're like, no, that's totally inappropriate, okay? And like, if this is a framing kind of thing, no, don't mess with that. Don't mess with them. Whoa, did you see the way the Hermit just popped out like that? this is somebody who get a specialist on this. No, they don't mess with them. This is even a company or someone who knows a company who's got a whole network here. They will not let something scathe their name in public. Don't try to mess with someone's reputation who you want to just kind of like rip off. Like it's just gonna be in such a way where they know exactly like the right type of person for this type of thing as well. Okay, for the type of wrong that you just like, or so-called like, you know, calling right, and like it will be called out. It's like I'm seeing someone who knows like the perfect kind of even attorney or lawyer or someone or something. Okay, I'm hearing shelving units with the Hermit and Sun Pentacles, and it's like kind of even ironic. It's like someone's in an interview, they're lying about something unrelated to the interview. They think that the person who's interviewing them, seeing a whale here, they think that this person doesn't know anything about whatever this topic is. HMNO's right there, and they feel it's like something even related to finances, like math, like calculations. Like in the end, that person happened to be like an absolute wizard in that area of life. I'm hearing that as well. I'm like, they know exactly what this person's up to with the devil. They may be a psychologist, absolutely, as well. 150%. They call someone's like psyche out. They're like, okay, so I see what you're doing here. You're trying to like save your name, your face, your reputation. Got it. Okay. So your road mic, it's over there. It's in the corner of Alan's bedroom right now, on the stand on the stall. They're like, where is it? They're like acting kind of so like embarrassed. I'm hearing that with the devil, like not sure, like they're kind of shocked. They're like, oh my god, she called it out. Magician here with the devil, or they, however, that was clear. Someone is, yeah, they were thinking that it wouldn't be called out, and then they were like, wow, I didn't think that they would have caught on to that. I'm hearing this with the Daughter of Cups and the Death card, which leads you out. There's a huge, I'm hearing butt. I'm hearing in the middle of the room, and someone's got to slap it. I'm hearing that. What? Hold on. Excuse me. This is like, okay. This is someone who's even making jokes. 1 second. I'm hearing dame. Dame, you're a dame. This is, okay, different things for different people. Someone is making jokes that's pissing someone off. It's rude. It's raunchy. It's at the wrong time. Okay, but technically in the right place. I don't know. I don't know what that's alluding to. It's a ripoff of also someone else's work. I'm hearing that. They're like taking someone's work and they're reposting it in a really rude way. They're making them look like they're kind of like rigging their work. Actually, it's like you can sit down, okay, Roman, who's actually I'm hearing trialing as a Greek right now. I'm hearing it like in this way, like there's something ironic here even, okay? I don't know, but it's like, how do we say this? Someone comes from maybe even the same sort of like home, I'm hearing this way, the same homeland as someone. I'm hearing that with the Magician and the Chariot and the Devil. I'm getting like an official energy here. I'm hearing homeland with the Magician and the Devil, and it's like we came from the same even like household, the same home. Okay, we have the same name. I'm hearing that as well. The Chariot and the Magician and the Devils, they could even be like, you know, relatives. I don't know. Hopefully, you know, no, I don't know what's going on here, but it's like they work for the same company. It's something just so ironic, feeling pressure on the heart chakra, okay? It's like, and you're now like coming out, like trying to call yourself out as like a true magician. It's like, did you forget like kind of like who called you back? Like initially, like this is even someone who's maybe like super like successful now, and like the person who kind of like helped breed their success and like really promoted their work, okay, who was kind of like, I'm hearing an archangel to them, I'm hearing as well. Now they're like rupees are Roman, not Greek. You guys, I don't know what's going on. The Roman and the Greek business has been on a few readings now. Okay. Someone's even been following someone. They were following their work for quite some time, and like at a certain point, I'm hearing he pulled the zipper down a little too far, and the whole jacket just fell right off. Right off. Like he revealed his nature. I'm hearing that as well with the Devil and the Hermit. Maybe someone was making a joke, but it went a little too far, but it was like just far enough for someone to see like, wow, okay, I see, I got you. So he really is like, I'm hearing tired of seeing himself in the mirror too. Like that's how much he looks at himself in the mirror. Like he's a narcissist. This is for an overview with the Devil and the Hermit. Someone gave themselves away with the Hermit and the Devil, like, all right. He gave himself just a little bit too much credit. Like we saw him backstage again. He was writing his name down. Like, I hope I'm the winner. Let's clear it. I don't know. No judgment. This is not me. I'm not interpreting this. But like, there's just something here with the Devil and the Son of Pentacles. Even like a selfie on someone's like profile, like just something that they post even, and it's the timing, and it just makes really clear. It's even on someone's birthday. I'm hearing the Magician and the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. It's just like, ew, like he was so like rude also to my family. I'm hearing that, like he disgraced the values. I'm hearing also of my country. I'm hearing the Magician and the Devil and my culture. I'm hearing of the Son of Pentacles and the Death card. Now let's clear it for a number of you. Like at a certain point, okay, it's just ironic because the first rule in the book, I'm hearing that with the Magician and the Devil, is that you do not look away from the parents who soiled your pants for you when you were the same age as them. I don't know what. Maybe someone like even they raised somebody. Let's clear it and ground. Someone's like dancing also though around a subject. They're like, it's not important, like kind of like it's not really a big deal. Like this is something that they feel like a number of people feel like you need to call it out, okay? Like I'm hearing SHIV. Maybe someone wants someone to mention someone's name in some kind of like biblical text. My nose is going crazy right there. 8 of Cups upright, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is something religious, possibly even historical. Okay, something karmic, definitely though, whatever it is. Okay, this is a group of even like, you know, you have the Hierophant as well. Definitely something that has a history to it. So it's like, it's not going to be good enough to just kind of like rip off of like also an old school manuscript and just kind of call it like, we're here with mayonnaise and ketchup now on the hot dog, reporting live. It's like, don't make fun of also something that is sacred to a number of people. I'm hearing that. This is maybe what someone's saying with the Hermit and the Devil and the Daughter Cup. So maybe someone kind of, this is even in front of someone's family. Like they met someone's family and like they lick the spoon in a certain way. I don't know. No judgment again. This is not me talking, but someone just felt like it could be a metaphor. It's like, yeah, he kind of just like bent the rules a little bit. Like it seemed also on purpose. Like he purposely was trying to act rude. My nose is going crazy right there. Holy fuck, like, I don't have allergies. My nose does not itch when I'm not doing readings, you guys. It's going fucking crazy. Like, for those of you who are, you know, superstitious. We Ace of Swords and the Chariot. Like, there's something that, you know, we realize, also we see. Okay? And it's like, we have to call out. Oh, it's like that Pisces reading back a year ago in June. What's that? Let's get it over with. 10 of Swords, yeah. So someone's going to print something. They're going to take all of, I'm hearing, the museum pieces to the show. Someone is not expecting someone to call it out. They're like, oh, he's not going to like, yeah, not expecting this at all. He's not going to call it out. He's not going to say like, it's me. I'm human too. Like we make mistakes. Like he's not going to, oh my God, why does he have all of the shelves of all of our products that are on the stage? What is he showing these people right now? Is that his shirt that he's pulling down? Oh my God. So let's clear it. For a number of you, someone is also, how do we say this? Whoo, my nose. Like someone is indirectly alluding to something. There's even maybe, again, they're selling something. Let's clear it. It's something on stage. It could be an auction. They're trying to indirectly allude to something like, how do I say? It's something symbolic. Like, two people maybe even they have to come and they have to present something. Maybe it's a competition. Maybe these two people are competing with each other, but they come on stage and they're presenting something. Now, one person was thinking, I'm gonna like kind of like undercut this person, okay? They come to class, I'm here as well, the next day, thinking that this other person's like totally unsuspecting. This other person knows what's happening, okay? So they come to the stage prepared, mine, who's, and they come and they come with like something that will really be throwing this person off. The Devil with the Magician, okay? They're like, okay, look, all right? They bring something on stage that makes this other person kind of like, how do I say this? They bring something that this other person will need to compete with that they know they cannot compete with. Oh, it's something like that, okay? It's like, I know that you're not brave enough to bring this forward, so... And I know that you didn't prepare to bring this forward because whatever it is. So whatever they bring forward, it's like, it's going to throw this other person off. But it's not something that is like directly alluded to. Maybe for a number of you, it's with the Temperance card. It's something that maybe someone is, they're revealing something to a group of people. But I'm not saying that they're actually directly addressing it to that person. It's something that will be like made obvious on stage when that person's not ready to present whatever they're presenting. If you see what I'm saying, it's a little bit abstract possibly with the Magician and the Ace of Swords. who's looking at the Temperance card. It's like, even like, I invited this other person, or I didn't invite that person, or like, I brought this, but I didn't bring that. It's like, I don't know what that's alluding to. But there's just something here. It's like, kind of this vibe of like passive aggressiveness, but it is very telling. Oh, give me just a second, you guys. Hi, Aries. Sorry about that. The phone cut there. Yeah, and I'm seeing it's possibly even like a message. Let's clear it. It's like, yeah, the Fool looking at the Hermit, the Devil looking at the Hermit. It's something financial. It's like, oh, we sold this. Like, we gave this to Salem instead of like you. It's even like someone who thought, oh, I have their vote. I'm hearing that. Like, they're gonna have my back, and they show up and like that person didn't have their vote. They didn't vote for them in the end. I don't know what that's alluding to. It's like that threw this person off. It threw the whole game off. And that was maybe like they were counting on, like, they were like, oh, they have my back. And that person ended up like realizing this is really shitty. Like, don't do that to people. I'm seeing turquoise here. The sun coming through right there. This has to do with something public. It's like in public, someone didn't back someone up. It's something like that. I don't know. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Cups. Now, let's get a Celtic cross here going for you, Aries. I'm seeing somebody has something in mind. They're thinking of opening up a convo with someone, even in public. It's like someone else was thinking, like, this is just stays between me and you. It's not going to be a whole public thing. And lo and behold, okay, I'm hearing, I let everyone know, I'm hearing front and backstage what the frame is all about and why you positioned it like that on the wall. It's like someone is gonna just completely, I'm seeing Temperance again. Some of you can be dealing with a Sag or someone who's in the public light. Magician I'm hearing. Mother of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this comes through, I'm hearing last year, actually. Maybe someone was like watching someone, maybe they were stalking somebody even, maybe that's what somebody wants to call it out. They're like, don't, like, someone's pretending, I've never seen your work, I don't watch your TV show. It's like, yeah, you do. I'm hearing Alan. I'm hearing Scott Fitzgerald. Someone's a writer, even a publisher. They're a journalist. Someone else calls it out. They're like, we know that you watch our content. Okay? Don't come through and say, I never even saw your, like, little show. Like, it's like, well, how is that possible? You literally were writing the same exact freaking line. How is this possible with the Magician reverse? Like, okay, let's continue. That's about, let's say, about, I'm hearing a year ago. Now, that's yeah, okay. Now, you lead then into the Father of Wands upright, which we start the cycle off with. We lead up into the Six of Swords. We lead out more or less into the later degrees and stages of Mars and Gemini. And you lead out with the Son of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So someone thought that they were funny. I'm hearing that as well. They kind of felt like, like I got this in the bag, but lo and behold, the Rabbit is also in on. I'm hearing all the cash that went into how it is that they were carrying that bag like that and how it all went down. Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords, let's clear it. How it all was like carried out. I'm hearing that as well. It's like there's something that just like didn't make sense. I'm hearing that as well. It's like I think that he's literally like doing stuff that is just like not, it's like they're even using like government funding. Someone's using some kind of funding. No judgment. I don't know what's coming through, but it's like for things that are just like not, he's like, they don't even own it. Oh, I'm hearing someone buy something and then they sell it. They don't actually own it. It's not even under their name, but it is. I'm hearing you have to give that back to Alan. It's like someone's kind of behaving in a way where, how do we say this? They're saying, I'm not associated with that. My nose going crazy right there again. It's like, I'm not associated with that. But they are. But they're just saying that they're not. It's like, how do we say this? They are associated with something. Maybe they use a product, but they like, then they either sell the product or something. They're like, oh, I don't use that product. But like they use the product. I don't know how to say it, you guys. It's just like something that is, I'm hearing even refurbished goods. I'm hearing that with the Father Wands. Let's clear it. Someone's like, well, give me like one more chance to like say my name like correctly. It's like, no. Like the 7th turn was already 8 too much. Okay. I'm hearing 8 miles. We went too far. Okay. Like with even giving you these chances, Ace of Swords, 2 of Cups. I'm hearing it's not fair. I'm hearing mail me a ticket at least. Like don't charge me up front. I'm hearing that with the Magician. Let's clear it. I'm hearing it's too late for that. Lego blocks don't stick together without moles in the right places. I'm hearing of the hood. Someone like removed something even, and they weren't supposed to really remove whatever that was. I don't know what that's alluding to. has to do with government resources. I'm just hearing this way. Funding of some kind. I'm hearing rover. It's even like somebody works at like a car lot or something and they're driving cars off the lot. I'm hearing rover. Mother Pentacles Upright. They're like kind of using, there's something with registration. They're using somebody else's name. It's like something that's listed, but then it's not. And it's kind of new, but then it's kind of not. I don't know. Let's clear it. It is Mercury going clear, but let's get just a few more cards here for you, Aries, and we'll jump in. We'll take a deep dive into your, we'll take a dive. I don't know how deep we'll go, but in your extended, that'll be via the link in the buy box below. And somebody's embarrassed, though. Yeah, 7 of Wands in reverse. It's like, but I sold it. It's not mine anymore. It's like, but you still, you know, you owned it at a certain point in time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just because you said, like, LOL after that doesn't mean that it was a true joke. I'm hearing that as well. There's truth to every joke. I'm hearing that. Let's clear. Ooh, itch my nose like freaking again. I've never had such an itch. Well, that Pisces reading comes close. It was the June Pisces, I think it was 2020 reading. Someone even wrote something. Maybe they took a line out of someone else's work. Okay, they really didn't think that this person was going to find their work. It's like plagiarized with the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. It's like, you know, they put a sticker over it. It's like, we still see like what's underneath. You know, when you can like, you hold up like a piece of paper, you can see like if someone put a sticker over a font of writing. I'm hearing a font of writing. Like this has to do with how something is said. If you think of like font, right? Typeface, type font, like symbolically, okay, it sort of gestures a certain vibe, right? Why would you use different types of font? Thank you. Why would you use different types of font, right? It's like, why would you bold things, underline things, highlight things? So let's clear it. I'm hearing sticky money with the 7 of Pentacles Upright, 5 of Cups in reverse. Someone felt like, listen, no, you're taking advantage. I'm hearing that. With the 2 of Pentacles Upright, 5 of Cups in reverse, and about, no, this could be something physical where someone's at a certain point with themselves. They say, I want to turn the beat around with, I'm hearing Heather here so strongly. I'm hearing the header letter. Maybe someone feels like I gave the wrong impression off. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe this is something even on someone's the resume. They don't want, and it could be a company. It could be even like a country. It's like, we don't want that to be like involved in the way that we carry this out, like in the future. So let's clear it in ground. The 2 of Pentacles leads you out. This is maybe related to reputation. There are a number of people who feel like someone is not honest and they need to get honest. Okay, let's pull just a few more cards here for you. We'll pull a deep past card, the Death card upright, recent past. Aries, you know exactly what's going on here. Don't doubt your nose. I'm hearing you smell. I'm hearing you smell. Clean up where you saw the mess. Oh wow, I don't know what that's going to do. The Empress in the current state, Chariot in the energetic pathway, 2 of Swords upright in your environment, 8 of Wands that leads you out upright. You're going to be real brave here is what I'm hearing. You're gonna point it out. You're gonna say, he showed me the money, that's where it is and that's where it stays. And like maybe someone wanted someone to kind of like pretend along with them, like, but they ended up calling them out possibly, or like kind of calling it out in a certain way. Like, we need to like carry his gym clothes to the other locker. Let's clear it. Hermit in the advice, yes. And in the near future is a 5 of Wands in reverse. Hope is interferes, Ace of Wands in reverse, and you lead out with a Father of Cups upright. This could be someone turning themselves in. We'll say it as well in that way. It's like, hey, I need to like take the fur off of my back. I'm not a real mouse. I'm hearing that. I'm a rat. But I'm Roman, I'm hearing that, and I'm actually Greek too. They like disclose something, 4 of Cups in the theme. They're like, I'm not really who I said I was. I'm hearing that as well. Oh God. Let's clear it. I'm hearing you wrote that. You were the one who wrote that. I'm hearing that. This person's like, yeah, maybe this is even part of their family or their history. It's something like religious even. Maybe this is someone who did actually even work for a company, or they produced some work that they didn't really truly feel connected to. It's like, how do we say this? Someone worked for a company that produced something that was kind of like, how do we say this? Religious, or in some way like kind of controversial or kind of prejudice. I'm hearing that. And like, they funded it or even something like that. And it's like, oh my God, what? Like, this is someone's reaction. This is not me talking. Right? We got to just like emphasize that like yet again. I'm seeing somebody with a glove on their left hand. I don't know. Let's clear it. I'm hearing Mikey. Okay. Now for a number of you, it's even, yeah. So now then with the 4 of Cups in the theme, it's like, it's awkward because the rat on the 4 of Cups card is making crazy eye contact with the Father of Cups. Like, we got to do this, man. All right. This is me and you. Like, we got to make sure like everyone knows like who the real honeycombs daddy, I don't know. What is he doing? Let's clear, what? Split it. Maybe someone, oh, Justice in reverse, Sun upright, the Fool upright. Okay. Okay, so this is complicated as fuck. Okay, I don't know what's going on here for everyone, but for some of you with the Justice card in reverse, there is something really, really like, there's a whole group of people here with the Justice card in reverse. It's like, it has to do with something that is not as it seems, possibly, like, even I'm hearing music that's published, something is not appropriate because of what went into it. How do we say it? It's like, God forbid, okay, that like animals are tested in the making of this, like, and they never said that or something. It's like something like that, though. It could be a metaphor, hopefully, with a Fool, but I don't know. With a Fool upright and Justice in reverse, and maybe this is something someone's like, they're going to court for something, and like it's gonna become clear, like whatever this is, with the Two of Swords upright and the Justice card in reverse, even by way of like process of elimination, like, oh wow, yeah, no, that's definitely not adding up over there, so it's actually adding up more over here, like in a foiling kind of way, like in an inverted kind of way, okay? So let's clear in the heart chakra, in the root chakra, and even in the sacral chakra. Let's just clear it all the way down and ground that with the Justice card in reverse. Like, for a number of you, this is something that someone's even calculating, and they're just like, yeah, it just doesn't add up. Now, for a number of you with the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the hopes and or fears, and the Eight of Wands upright, and the energetic pathway leading you out, the Father of Cups upright, there's something someone feels they need to be very, very brave with, like, very, very brave with. And you have the Fool upright, the Sun upright, and Justice card in reverse. Leo, I'm hearing so strongly here, and that is the ruler of Leo, right? The Sun upright. There's something that someone feels like, I'm hearing jail here, I'm hearing lock, I'm hearing year with the Justice card in reverse. This has to do, though, with assets of some kind with the Justice card. Maybe there's, okay, how do we say this? There's a company that realizes that something else was published in an incongruent manner in relation to the original script. I'm feeling pressure in the heart chakra again. Let's clear it. Like, someone actually said something that was not replicated as it was said originally, possibly. Maybe this is even like a historian. They're coming through. They're like, that's just not how it went down, okay? Can you put the letter down? No, that's not the one that they wrote. Let's clear it in the heart chakra, in the root chakra. Let's clear it down into the ground. There's something maybe even somebody has some kind of evidence for. Maybe they reviewed something. Let's clear it. They come through. They have some evidence here. I'm hearing Sasquatch. I'm hearing that with the Fool. This is even something that was written. Somebody else wrote over it. And like that, Justice right there, flipped right up top. So let's clear, mirroring the Chariot. So someone maybe they come through, there's another person that comes through with another body of evidence or some kind of body of work even that is kind of proof. It's like, look, there's no way that he came up with this. Like, they wrote that back then, and they kind of show some sort of scripture even. I don't know what that's alluding to. It's like maybe someone was claiming like, oh, we wrote it, like, yeah, but there's something with even an agency. I'm hearing television. On television it was aired at a certain time, and like maybe someone was like, look, like, we wrote that. I'm hearing it even has like Roman written at the bottom of it. I'm hearing and Greek. Let's clear it. Like, can we go home now? I'm hearing that. Maybe this is like maybe someone's saying this is in court. This is like, this is seriously like the truth. Like, there's not much more to it. It's like we got news agencies all around that have like covered the same. I don't know what that's linked to. Like, there are people who have covered something even at different times. So maybe for a number of you, this is something that has a background to it, but it is manifesting in the present day in a way that becomes quite clear for a lot of people. Thank you for tuning in. Well, a number of people, at least, feelings of activation of the crown chakra. This is maybe even something that I'm hearing exposed with the Sun and the Fool and the Justice card. It's like something becomes almost like obvious. Like someone even presents a sort of content that it's like you can't look around that. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing loom. Fruit of the Loom. That's a company that produces cotton wear, right? Like clothing. Fruit of the Loom. I'm hearing AJ so strongly here. Let's clear it. Feeling some like fuzzy Velcro vibe in the third eye. Let's clear that. Eight of Wands upright. It feels like, oh, let's just clear it. Fool leading out in the future. Yeah, no, someone's like, look, they tried to even like kind of like, you know, go along with something here, but at a certain point they're like, I'm gonna rip off the band-aid and just like call him out as a true Roman. I'm hearing would and does. I'm hearing in the present day, like, what? with a Fool and the Temperance card, like, mirroring each other, like, maybe even someone, I don't want to say it, but, like, they're like, I'm going to show up. Like, I'm going to prove this point. I'm hearing that. It's something symbolic, possibly. I'm seeing, like, hieroglyphs here. It's like, there's no way he's going to, like, even, like, try to take her on the date first. Oh, my. Okay, this reminds me of the Sag reading. We do have a lot of Sag energy coming through here for you. With the Temperance card, that was the Sagittarius eclipse reading, but let's clear it around. Let's clear it down the left side of the body all the way. Let's clear that. There's something that you kind of saw coming. I'm hearing that as well with the Temperance card and the Eight of Cups. It's like, maybe this was even a test. It's like, is he going to take advantage? Like, is he going to say, like, the virtues are unknown? I'm hearing that, the Temperance card. It could be an audit, possibly. Hermit, yeah. Whoa, like, yeah. I'm hearing, go with the Fool here with a Beaver in reverse. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Hermit mirroring the Temperance card. There's something that was, like, even, like, spoken of out loud, and it was really, like this person, okay, someone technically had to say something, so they, like, whispered it. They thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna whisper it. Like, no one's gonna technically hear me, but, like, I said it. Maybe it's even, like, a, I don't know, it's like a prayer. It's like, okay, I don't know what that's alluding to, but they still, I'm hearing trash talk with the Hermit. Let's clear it. It's like, but they heard it, okay? It's like, they saw it. They saw this person whispering. It was, like, caught on camera. It could be on an astral plane. Someone maybe thought, like, oh, like, they don't see, like, verbatim what I'm writing. Let's clear it. No, but they can see you typing. I'm hearing that. Let's clear. They can see the typing. Okay, so if you type something and then you erase it and you write over, even if it's on, I'm hearing television, I don't know. It's like, let's clear. It's in the script, but we didn't say it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, you guys. It is kind of weird. Yeah. It's like, I kind of said it, but then I didn't actually say it. Okay, you guys, I'm hearing that with the Hermit Upright. Like, it's like kind of cryptic. Like, I wrote it in the script. It was included in the script, but like, I didn't say it out loud as the actor. If you see what I'm saying, let's clear it. I'm not sure, but for a number of you with the Hermit, it's like, somebody, you know, is in pain. I'm hearing that with the Hermit and the Empress and the Five of Wands. Maybe someone feels like I lost the opportunity. Okay, I acted like I had a glass eye and that I didn't see her. And like now, okay, I realized that she saw me even before I could ever see her. Let's clear. So someone really feels kind of also that they gave a chance that they could have had, maybe in a certain, like let's clear it. They had maybe even the opportunity, okay, to be even with this person is what I'm hearing, but their ego got in the way. This is referring to what I'm hearing. And maybe they even took advantage of a certain situation that forsake the whole entire opportunity altogether. Okay? I'm hearing, but it wasn't even like my real name. It's like, but you still operated under an alias? I'm hearing that. I'm hearing John so strongly here. I'm hearing Jonas. I'm hearing so strongly. I'm hearing Jamal. I'm hearing that. Justice Jamal. Joe man. Someone was maybe making a joke even to like another person, but it was like behind this other person's back. Well, guess what? They know each other. And not just by name. They know each other by number. Okay? The one that they both have 7 digits. I'm hearing 4. Somebody has like a code with somebody. I don't know. It's like we have the same iCloud password. Okay? I'm hearing give it up. I'm hearing that as well. Like someone saw someone's message. Okay? This could even be like someone coming through, like messaging someone, like they thought, oh, they're not going to see it, like blah, blah. They all saw it. The whole company saw it. Okay? You're not calling anyone back. Also, but yourself here at this point. Maybe something was, again, recorded on television, recorded on tape. I'm hearing civil duty. I'm hearing restoration with a Hermit, law, justice. Someone's operating under a certain badge. It's like they're not actually working in service or order there. Okay. Ladybug noticed little things. This is controversial. It has a lot of aspects to it, a lot of factors to it. Oh my gosh, it goes back and forth and again. It's like someone thought maybe that the truth so-called would be lost in the little details. I'm hearing, but it's nonsense. I'm hearing that with the ladybug knows little things. This is nonsense. Like, even the parts of the script that do make sense, so-called, they don't make sense. Because as a whole, as a comprehensive whole, the puzzle doesn't look right. When you put the pieces all together and you have a few in or out of place, it throws the whole conversation off. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe someone didn't know that someone is, like, truly the psychic. I'm hearing that as well. Okay? I'm hearing magic here. I don't know. Take it as you will. This is for somebody who has a history of... Let's clear it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. This person has a really strong supportive network. I'm hearing that with the Hermit and the Justice card and the Ask for Help Rabbit. Do secret favors for others, the Fox. This can be in a number of ways. Maybe somebody actually has cameras all over the property. And it's like, yeah, just, this is so silly, okay? I'm hearing the letter J-M again here. J-M-A. And the crow, believe in the magic leading you out. This is someone who also has a very strong connection to the higher self. They don't play games when it comes to humans and human experiences that traverse the territory of also their personal and the private experience on that plane. If somebody's trying to manipulate this person, they cannot manipulate this person. I'm hearing that with the Hermit. Okay? And they have definitely a magician's, I'm hearing skeletal structure, bone. I'm hearing bone in their body. I don't know. Maybe they're, well, let's pull another card on that. Hummingbird cheer up in reverse. They are dead. I'm seeing the death card here on the moon card with the hummingbird in reverse, cheer up in reverse. They are I'm hearing a human without I'm hearing human experiences. I'm hearing they're a shapeshifter, maybe even with a hermit. It's like a wizard energy. The bear, stand up for yourself upright. They're very strong. This is a very strong person. You cannot, like, I'm hearing that song. You can't knock me down. I'm seeing 2202 right there. Very spiritual. Let's pull a card here. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm seeing, this is somebody who can shapeshift. I mean, transform. They can resurrect. Okay? This is not like, I'm hearing also a 2D connection. I'm hearing that. You lead out of the 10 of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Wands. This is, I'm hearing Scorpio rising. I'm just hearing this way. Scorpio rising from out of the ashes with the Ace of Wands. Leading out. Someone thought, oh, I'm gonna, like, you know, beat the dead horse. I'm hearing that, like, until you can't get up. Let's clear it. From the 10 of Wands, we have a resurrection of the Ace of Wands. So it's like, it's not over. I'm hearing the song by Daughtry. It's not over. This is never ending. I'm hearing as well. Okay, it may be a silent film, but like there are 7 people I'm hearing in it, and they all still say their name on stage before and after the show every time. This is something spiritual. There's like a very strong even out-of-body experiences related to this space, like maybe someone's even a channeler with the Hermit, or they have some kind of supportive network that is not human. I'm hearing that. Maybe, yes, some people see it. They're like, how did he do that? How did he know that? How did he get that information? How did he? The 2 of Cups and the Son of Cups. And, you know, okay, what did he have in mind? I'm hearing that. I'm hearing Hades. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. With the 2 of Cups and the Hermit. This is somebody who has a relationship to both sides of the story. They have friends on either side, okay? Let's just say it like that, okay? They make friends with dark, they make friends with light. So they're right there in the middle. So don't try to piss either side off. I'm hearing too far because they know people. I'm hearing on either side of the fence, okay? It's like someone wants to kind of get, like, silly, okay? I'm hearing that. They want to put stickers all over someone's, like, profile picture. I'm hearing that as well. Like, on social media. It's like, no, I'm hearing go home. Just it's better to just go home with the Empress. I'm hearing that as well. Upright, mirroring the Hermit. Now, for a number of you, this is really something with technology. This is something that has surveillance. So, yeah, it's just not going to make sense to try and, like, rewrite. Also, I'm hearing the script with the Empress and the Hermit. This is also somebody who's highly specialized in this space. This is just, like, again, embarrassing. Like, let's clear it. It could be a test, truly. I mean, this is just, at a certain point, maybe that's what someone starts to think. They're like, there's no way that he actually thought that, like, I wouldn't have even had the notion, the inkling, like the thought that his number wasn't, you know, like sold on another hotline. Let's clear it. This could be related to data as well with the Hermit and the Justice card. Yeah, so It's a company maybe who was selling someone's data. I'm hearing Omri. Let's clear it. Something with healthcare. I'm hearing that as well with the Hermit. Okay. With the Hermit and the Two of Cups, though, this is someone who also has a recollection of past lives, and that's the really important key here with the Hermit, is that they can unlock those doors if they need to. I'm hearing if they're called upon to. They work on another council's laundry list. Okay, it's not what they appear as in this dimension. It's not their business, actually. They don't like to deal with drama, is what I'm hearing with the Hermit ultimately. In the third dimensional form, they don't work with the ego and getting it back. That's not their vocabulary. Okay, that's not their lexicon here that we're working with the Hermit. The Hermit is a channeler, as is for a number of you. Somebody who, you know, they don't abuse. I'm hearing their story, or I'm hearing or their time here on Earth. Interesting. Let's clear it. They are a human, is what I'm hearing. However, or they work in human form, but they have a grasp on their higher self all the meanwhile. They don't get caught up in their trance. I'm hearing training. Interesting. But the most important thing here with the Hermit is that they have a very strong third eye. And the important note here even further is that they talk to, I'm hearing their spirit guides prior to talking to. Okay, I'm hearing people on television. I don't know what that's only to you guys, but there is someone feels like maybe they're framing someone. They're like, oh, it's kind of like this, like they're falling in love. It's like, no, I also know that person like on another level. I don't know what this is only to you guys with the Hermit and the Empress. It's like, that's my child. I'm hearing that as well. Like, I raised him. Like, I know who he is. I know how he is. Like, you can't, like, trump me. Maybe someone didn't even know that this is someone's relative, or, like, the relative was watching, or, like, you know, the relative is, like, looking out for them. It's like, no, she sure as hell is. Okay, this is even somebody, oh, yeah. Now, this is maybe actually a spirit guide. One second. Maybe they knew this person, or they worked through the space at a point. Let's clear. I'm hearing stirrups, jeans. I'm hearing pencils and sticks. I'm hearing hook them up. This person worked with horses or something, or they worked on a plot of land. Let's clear it. Oh my God. If someone's going to try and even like sell a plot of land that has something really sentimental, and not still value, this is something that will be brought up in the astral plane as an invitation to love. I'm hearing love this topic another time around. Like, so if something is not respected, okay, it's gonna be, I'm hearing reprinted and protected. Actually, I'm hearing that with the Hermit and the Bear. Yeah, this is reminding me of a Libra reading a year ago. I think it was about a year ago. Yeah, it was a really intense reading. I'll never forget that reading. It was very intense with the Hermit and the Empress. It was something where, it might have even been a Sag reading actually, but I remember Libra coming through there. It was really something of a divine sort of nature, and I'm seeing that with the Empress and the Hermit, where it's like, you know, the universe does protect. I'm hearing the Magician's Act. Interesting. Like, so how do we say this? It's like, it's something at the perfect time. Something happens, someone comes forward. It's like, okay, how did that happen? How did they get the keys? It's like, you know, there are those experiences. It's like they just happen to get through a door at the perfect time. And, you know, it sounds so like illogical, like, oh my God, how could it have been? But, you know, there are experiences that leave people wondering, like, what did I do wrong? I'm hearing that as well. I'm even seeing someone like was running away from some space, and it's like the I'm hearing it in this way, like there was some kind of chase, and like someone caught them, but like from around the other side. It's like, you know, when you're playing like, you know, chase, okay, and it's like, I'm not gonna run right after them, I'm gonna go the other side, okay, and sort of present myself in that way. Maybe it's a metaphor. So maybe someone is also just treating somebody like that they were treating them, and it's like they didn't expect that person to get so hot cold on them. I'm hearing that as well, and also that fast. But let's clear it around with the Bear. Stand up for yourself. This is something that has a legal side to it for a number of you, like big time. And it may be something where it's like, you know, there is maybe even a judge who decides to sort of like rein in on, okay, the humanistic side here. Like, maybe this is something that's uncharacteristic. Usually people would not see things from this angle or weigh certain factors more than others, but in this particular case, it's like there's something that is just, you know, someone is swaying on another side of opinion that is more humanistic in nature with the bears. Let's clear it. And the Justice card. Yeah. All right. Now let's backtrack real quickly here with the bear as well, and the hummingbird. For a number of you, this is something that someone actually let go of, and they thought that it would be like kind of forgotten. It wasn't. It's not. And there are people, I'm hearing again, from prior lifetimes who have vested interest in this space. Okay, there is a past here, I'm hearing as well, with the bear and the ladybug, and someone is definitely guided. And I think that's kind of the point with the bear and the hummingbird. But, you know, there will be a really clear indication of that support and guidance in due time is what I'm hearing, like, but at the right time. Okay, and so I'm seeing someone is going to realize that there is another spectrum here at play, not just one that is legal. Not maybe someone thought I'm protected technically under this law, but it's like in the end, okay, something was written, I'm hearing, in relation to that. And yeah, and maybe even something was even boycotted. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love and light to you. Link in the bottom box below for that extent, and I'll see you there. Bye, Aries.